you doing? This is Noel. We're out here. Peter, well-bred butcher, Stuart's in the corner. So we have a ribeye here, and this is from
Frank Casey in Ballyhaig.
out the road.
Angus.
Angus, already aged for 60 days.
Yes.
Now, this time we're going to put it into the cappings off of.
Bees, the cappings, when we decap the frames of honey for extraction, the cappings that come off, and bits of honey come off with it as well.
And some honeycomb.
Yeah, and honeycomb, the whole lot, and we keep that in one bucket. Then we extract the honey from the frames in the extractor. So what we've left now is the cappings
Which
of
is
the
a beeswax.
beeswax, and there's honey involved in it as well, but it's slightly fermented, so it's starting to turn to mead.
And this is from your own bees.
Yes,
And
local.
this has been done for 60 days, so we're putting this in for another 40 days. This will be ready on the
13th of November.
November. Yes. So the 13th of November this will be on. Because we're going with ribeye, we have less than when we do the strip lines.
Yes.
So there's going to be less of these available. And for 40 days it's going to sit in this beeswax.
Yes.
So what we're going to do now is Peter's going to butcher this down, so we just have the
We're
ribeye
going
in
to
itself.
we're just going to take off, work on the rib here, and the eye. So we're going to take all this off, and this piece here as well. So it ends up here. So all this comes off, and this is actually the crease steak that's here,
That we use inside.
and that's a feather blade, which is part of it's taken off. That's a feather blade there, top there. So you see the blade going here. Okay.
So we'll be back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Once we have it broken down. No, we're back. Peter has them butchered down, taken off of the bone. So we aged them for 60 days on the bone, and now for the next 40, they'll go into the beeswax like this, just to get the flavour all around and into it. Because if we leave it on the bone will stop it from getting in. So as you can see, the ribeye. So this will come off. You can see beautiful already, absolutely fantastic, and a bit of age there on the outside. And this is what happens when you age it; it gets a crust. So we take that off then.
On the outside, but we don't lose anything off the beef itself, because the bees, the mead, the honey is a natural preservative anyway, so we don't lose anything off the top here. If we age this without the beeswax on it, or the honey on it, we'd lose a lot at the outside when we come to trim it, because you'd have this even thicker again and all along here, so you'd lose a lot. But we don't lose anything off of the top here. We'll just trim this bare piece in the end here when we're finished. So
the honey will act as a protector on
Yeah.
it while it infuses flavour. The
it's a
oldest
natural
known,
antiseptic.
the oldest known honey is already 3,000 years old. They found it in the pyramids, and it's still perfect. So we're going to put this into the beeswax now, and we'll be back to you in a second.
Okay.
So here we are. There's the ribeyes. They are in there.
You can't see them,
Can't see them. They are in there.
but this is the beeswax.
That's the beeswax. Yep.
It's actually bees cappings.
There
So
it
the beef
is.
is there, look. It's covered.
So they're going to sit in this now for 40 days, and that's just going to infuse this mead sweetness into it. The last time we did one like this, and the reason we're redoing it, is that the honey's different every year,
Yeah.
according to what the bees have. And last year's one was amazing. So we're redoing it again. So we're going to have a different flavour, but because of this and the mead and the sugar content on the flame grill, it's going to caramelise on the outside. So you're going to get that lovely caramelised flavour as well from it's a natural sugar. And we're looking forward to this. So it's 13th of November. Because it's ribeye, we have less. So there's going to be a smaller amount of them available. So you need to get this one booked. There's limited amount of them.
Yeah.
But it works best for this one. So we look forward to seeing you on the 13th of November. And yeah, it'll be a bit of fun with this one.
Oh yes, before you go, no, I was just talking. So for next week, no.
For next week, we have a new menu coming online next week. Myself and Gary have almost finished writing it. So what we're going to do is we're putting pork belly on the menu. But pork belly is going to go through this as well for a week. So each pork belly is going to go into the
Not actually this one.
not this
separate one.
a separate one. And it's going to spend a week in that before.
In the bees cappings, wax and mead for a week
We
before.
tried it before and it was amazing.
Yeah.
It will go darker than normal, but it was amazing. So we're actually going to put it on the menu.
It
so
actually caramelizes on the outside of the pork.
Yes.
So you get a dark colour.
get a darker coloured pork, but the flavour was just stunning. So that's actually going to go on our new menu as well. So yeah. So thank you very much, and we'll check in again with the next video, which won't be that far off because we have a special one coming for Christmas time this year. So check in again shortly.
Take care.